What's up, everybody? FSC Trucking. This is the last day of Mid-America Trucking Show. In fact, it's basically over. Technically, the show's got about 45 minutes left, but most booths already packed up. So, rumor has it there's going to be some shenanigans, there always is, trying to get up out of here. So in this video, we're going to talk about or show all the craziness it is to get everything packed up and out the door. Sometimes stuff gets started a little bit before everything starts getting out the door. So we're walking over to Air Dog booth, which is where Tim Gentry has Rooster setting. And from what I heard and from what I've seen, once again, it's probably going to be some shenanigans. And of course, afterwards, everybody goes outside and drives around in circles, debating whether I'm going to do that or not, debating whether Grinding Gears is going to want to run his Cabover around in circles or not. And if he does, the likelihood of me having to drag it off is probably pretty good. But it still might be fun and good exposure, so if that's the case, I'm down for the challenge. So with that, let's go walk around and see what we can find, because in about 45 minutes, it's going to be mass pandemonium of decent smoke and everyone clamoring for the one or two doors, if we're allowed to get the doors to open. So with that, let's get on with it.
All right, guys, the time is here. So we should have our batteries charged up by now. We also have this jump pack on it. And we just got back. We went and ate lunch, let the APU run while we were gone, which we've since turned it off since we are at the show. But we are going to fire this thing up. Make sure we ain't got no oil leaks, no exhaust leaks, all that stuff. So once the show ends, we can just roll out of here. Go over and make sure everything's clear. Is that good? Ready to get in trouble?
Jay here. I'm just fine.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Let the extra show of moving trucks in and out of here begin. Over here by Shimon's, where his is sitting. They're trying to squeeze Hater Maid out the door now. You know I got to get that magic in that 12B71 cold start.
Yeah.
Well, semi-cold start. It's actually kind of warm in here. Compared to Broad Albin, New York.
It could be warmer.
It could be warmer.
I wouldn't be upset.
You need to put that back in the radiator?
100%. It's got the eggs in it.
up, everybody? Steve here. Really excited to announce a new sponsor to the channel, Upside. Upside is a free app that helps everyday people earn cash back on the purchases they're already making: gas, groceries, and dining. Here's how it works. Open the app, claim an offer, pay with your card like normal, and get paid. That's it. Cashback transfers straight to your bank account. Not points that expire, not credits tied to a store. With over 100,000 participating locations across the U.S. and 1 million in cash back earned by users every single week, Upside has given back $1 billion to its users to date. It also stacks with existing credit card and loyalty rewards, meaning users can earn even more on purchases they're already making. Listen, let's be honest, gas prices are rising fast. Now is the time to download the Upside app to offset the increases in gas prices. The free Upside app gets you cash back on gas, groceries, and dining. 3 things that are draining your wallet right now. Here's how it works. Download the app, open the app, claim an offer, pay with your card like normal, and get paid. It's that simple. As I said before, Upside has given back $1 billion. That's with a B, dollars, to its users. To find out how much you could earn, download the free Upside app and use my promo code, FSCT. FSCT is the promo code to use to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. That's an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas using promo code FSCT. You get there, open the app, claim the offer, go inside, swipe your card like normal. Of course, big thanks to Upside for sponsoring the channel. Back to the video. One thing about that engine, man, it's reliable.
I know, right?
I knew Euphoria would have no problem starting. It starts all the time in the cold, frozen tundra of Wisconsin. It's quite warm in here right now, so I knew it would fire right up. Now it's just got to air up so we can pull the brakes, get on out of here. Then we'll see what happens later. Is your air pressure good? I hear air leaking. Is your air pressure good?
How about 50?
No. Let me get that vice strip.
Okay.
That airline we were losing is leaking just on the camera. I had to clamp off that airline. That brake was dragging because he wasn't building up enough air pressure. I let it build up. Now the transmission might act up, but make sure you're all the way to you and all the way back.
Yeah.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Moving now.
you can. We're back at the trucks finally. Went and had breakfast at Waffle House. Let's get these things fired up and get them loaded on the RGN and get them headed back to Wisconsin. Oh, the wind took the door on you.
Same thing with the classics.
Make sure it's in neutral. Just wiggle it, make sure it wiggles far.
It's the same thing as the, yeah, that's neutral.
It's good, it's running. If you want to just tickle the throttle to feel it, but you don't have to.
It's got a no power steering. It's got a no power. Gotta turn the wheel.
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to have power steering. We doing a damn photo shoot?
Trying to find a thumbnail. Hold on. The video was going to be a My Mass 2026 review, but now it's turned into my wife drove my cab over.
How'd I do? Did you see me?
I saw it, I didn't get it on camera. While we were loading up the dually, Laura was driving it around a little bit. She never drove it like, I think ever.
This is my first
Like, I think you moved it a couple feet of G-bats, but yeah.
that's right.
So she was driving around in circles while we were loading the dually, so. There you go.
I like it.
They're fun. They're a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just imagine doing that in a Convoy with all your friends and stuff. You know, it's cool.
Get to Wisconsin, you gotta let her drive Oscar now.
Oh.
That truck, you drive it like you're mad at it. That's any of them two-strokes. You drive them like they hurt you.
They're built for it. I don't know, when she put it in gear, it went right in gear. No problem.
It's warm. When we moved out of Wisconsin, it was cold. We left 27 degrees, and then we came down here, it was like 32.
Yeah.
So nothing was warm. It sat in a warm convention center the whole, for a week almost.
Yeah.
So now it's up to basically temperature before we even started it. And now it was a cold last night. So yeah, it'll.
Gentlemen with the transmission, thank you. I don't know whose channel you're gonna watch and see this on, his or mine or whatever. I thanked you on mine several times, but Steve's channel, thank you. Huge blessing. To walk up and say, hey, need a transmission? I got one laying around right here.
I have a pavement company up in Wisconsin. He says, hey, I got a transmission for your buddy with that perfectly good working order 13 speed. Just come up and get it. Just maybe put the you'll put the company name on there. I said, hell, I'll do a whole video going up there and pick it up. So yeah, dude just walked up. I was at Gentry's booth of all places too.
Okay.
Well, you know, Air Dog's booth really, but
Yeah.
Rooster was right there just kind of hanging out, and he was like, hey, I got training for you. So perfect. That'll help out a lot.
Yeah. It's just a blessing from the, you know, the overall camaraderie of the show is, you know, it's been,
Oh, for sure.
yeah, it's just been overwhelming.
And you guys stay tuned because soon Shimona and I will be up there in Wisconsin getting our hands dirty.
Yeah, so she's in charge of customizing the truck. She's gonna be in charge of choosing the lights, the stats, the bumper, if we paint the truck, any mud flap kit or anything like that. So I'm dedicating the truck to her. And so she's gonna be in charge of customizing it and getting it back on the road.
Absolutely. Well, we got help with good sponsors like 4 State Trucks, for example. So FSC 10, that's your promo code, 4 State Trucks. Use your FSC 10 promo code, get you 10% off across the board, whether it be in person, on the app, online, carrier pigeon, US mail, I don't know how, which way, slingshot it over it, message in a bottle, whichever
Baby
way you gotta
seals.
do. What's that?
Baby seals.
Hey, either way, FSC 10, get 10% off across the board. Not only just on the blingy bling bling, but also the parts.
For old stuff like this.
Exactly. Believe it or not, Airliner 2 available. Airbags for that suspension available. Shocks available. Brakes, drums, all available. 4statetrucks.com. On the app, in person, on and on and on. Let's go. FSC 10, 10% off. Let's go. Alright, everybody, we're loaded up, ready to go. Got the Hemi dually all loaded, tied down. Got Euphoria loaded up, tied down. All ready to ride. ahead and get fuel here in Kentucky. Indiana's a little bit high, well actually a lot bit higher. Indiana also, if you pay exempt price, you're paying nothing in for IFTA, and then you wind up owing a fortune. So you're gonna owe Indiana anyway, so you may as well buy in Kentucky and get credits on your IFTA. Guys with their own authority or have to account for their miles know exactly what I'm talking about. Pain in the neck system, but it works. I guess it works, so it works for them. Either way, I really wish I knew why my goofy Google machine sent me this way. But nonetheless, what it is. versus 479.77. That's quick fuel. Which way do you got to point to get in the speedway here? Let's point this way. Okay. Great, they're full. All right, we're next in line. Yay. Shouldn't be that long. It's just a pickup truck in front of us. Can't take that much fuel. Fuel acquired at $4.77 a gallon. I suppose what I think was $5.18 or some crap like that. $520 miles to the shop. Then we drop this off, grab the car, and go home. We're in a big hole in this. You see, if you find a hole you can't find it, go boom, truck gets stuck. Have a little Warner trailer sitting there, making this turn might be difficult. Let's see. Not too bad. See how that hole's dug out from the trailers going in it? Just got to go way over to make the turn. But check out the Volkswagen hot rod there. It's kind of cool. This time we actually saw an actual Volkswagen Beetle. Like an old one, not one of them newfangled ones that look like, you know, yeah. How do you spell that? Yeah. Actually a word.
B-L-A-H exclamation point.
Yeah. I got to gas up the dually when I take it off the trailer. fuel light came on when I was on my way to the show. I was just trying to do the back and forth and not waste the time. You know, we finished getting loaded and kind of hung around and shot the bull with Shimon and Laura for a while. Kind of seemed like a needless BS session, but trying to pick up a tactic or game plan on what's coming up here between the shop, the channel, multiple channels, shop, trucks, and so on. Got a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to figure out. Wave by to what's left of the show trucks over there. Bye. I can't even do it right. I'll have a voice that's still cracking from.
Bye.
Bye. Over there. Saw a couple of the trailer demos sitting there waiting for power only guys like Chad.
Yeah.
Come by with a bobtail and drag them back to wherever they're from, or their own company guys. Get them out of the building. I think once you're out, I think you got like 5 days or 7 days to get the trucks out of the lot.
That's a good enough time to get them out.
Yeah, unless you're the one guy got to do back and forth.
True.
Depending on where you're coming from. Especially them big manufacturers with the big boots. Man, they spend a fortune on that stuff. And then there's a transportation cost, which clearly we know everything about.
Yeah.
Shimon's Cabover was used for one of his sponsors to sit in the booth to help sell their product and paying me to haul it. So fuel bill from Wisconsin down to here, well, Evanston, Wisconsin to my shop, and then from my shop back down to here was $662 to fill it. So all but 160, maybe 150 miles of it was hauling Euphoria down, and then now it's going to be the equal amount going back. that Mercedes was gonna lock it down right in front of me or not. They spend on this bridge, they still can't make it match the roadway. You're number 2 of the 4 lanes. You're not even doing a speed limit. Let's go. Yeah, speaking of the camper, it'd be kind of cool if we had an RV to do it. Hotels are nice, but we're kind of starting to think, especially if we're bringing stuff down, you got to be there. You got to be there Monday, well, I guess Tuesday morning to get the stuff in the buildings. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, roll out Sunday, 5 days. So even if you brought an RV and a truck, plus you're eating in all the restaurants, I think it'd be cheaper to buy the fuel and run an RV down instead.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Besides, we eat better because Jen cooks better food than some of these places. If you want good food, you got to pay a lot for it. So, you know, how much Burger King and KFC can we eat?
Too much.
Exactly. Plus the distance of travel and all of that. So, I don't know. See what we can do. I got ideas. Got good ideas. I'm hoping good ideas. We'll see. But all in all, truck show wise, do you notice anything different this year? Like, how do you feel about it? What do you have feet? Not so much what you saw, but feel anything different? Well, this is what, the third one for you?
Yeah.
Like the first one, you weren't with me.
No.
And then I came by myself, and then yeah, so this is number 3 for you. But But what are your overall thoughts and takeaways?
I thought it was more fun this time. Like, it's always work when we go there. Got to hang out with some good friends of ours. Made a lot more connections. New connections. And overall, it was just a lot more fun.
Yeah, last year, don't get me wrong, last year was cool, but it just felt like I was just kind of doing the same thing I always did. It just, something felt missing, like something wasn't quite working. Like we were there, but we weren't. It's hard to explain. This year, things felt a lot different. Things seemed to line up better. It's like we had a lot more potential sponsors come up to us. You're talking to potential sponsors or other people, you know, in other booths, and next thing you know, random fans would come up and talk to you. And we had 2 scheduled meet and greets, one at Green APU on Friday and the other at 4 States Truck on Thursday. Saturday, I just wanted to kind of go around to everybody I talked to and do a quick video hit from the previous video, you know, that you guys saw. And we wound up almost doing like random meet and greets in potential sponsors' booths. That wasn't a thing last year. And it's like now people are taking us more serious with the things that we can do. Had a lot more people reach out to us regarding, you know, even shop work, people wanting to have their trucks worked on and stuff, you know, customized, modernized, whichever. Working with Green APU, I had a couple people come up to me and like, hey, how can we get a Green APU put on a truck? Because not all trucks are easy installs. Most are, but some are a little problematic. But we were able to, you know, shake a bunch of hands and talk to a bunch of people, and I'm starting to think that I just feel the logjam breaking. Like we're starting to get ready to, like I said, the momentum of a freight train. It's picking up and picking up and picking up, and we're moving forward. And that's a big thing because we certainly need to grow. You know, and that's gonna, you know, to be honest, people aren't gonna understand. Some people, I should say, aren't gonna understand, and they're gonna forget that, you know, this is a business. YouTube is a business, and we try to make informative and entertaining content, but in the end, the bills are paid by advertisers. Now we're going to start putting more ads up. We're going to start doing more work than just, you know, 4 States and Green APU, because in the end, there's a lot of things that I feel will help out the public in general, not just the trucking industry. And I don't just partner with things that, well, just some, you know, we've had, well, for example, Safe Truck reached out to us. We did some stuff with them in the past, and they were really happy about the stuff that we've done, and they wanted to carry on. So you're going to hear a lot more from them, it looks like. But that's just one example. We've got a bunch of newer ones that are coming on board that we can do some work with and move forward, grow, and get bigger. But I want everything to grow and get bigger. I don't know if you felt that or not, but I kind of felt like that momentum,
Yes.
is picking up.
Felt like we got a lot of good new connections, connecting with some of our old connections.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it worked out pretty good this year.
You know, Timmy used to have his own booth. You know, this year he got Rooster in the Air Dog, and he had merch to sell there. You know, we got a bunch of flack on Shimon's Cabover, on and on, but in the end, I was paid to haul it down there by his sponsor. So, you know, that's a deal I made. It doesn't matter if they wanted me to haul a, you know, a Honda Civic or a Lamborghini or a Cabover truck in desperate need of a transmission. That's fine. As long as the check clears, I'll haul it. Doesn't make a difference. But I think that truck is gonna, especially his channel, that truck is gonna help his channel grow and pick up potential sponsors to help get that truck in better order and out to different shows and get that thing running and driving and hauling freight one day. I told him straight up, if you give up on that truck, I'm gonna want to buy it. But I got enough, so we better just work on it with what we got. And then we got, you know, when Matthew gets done with the Marine Corps, he's coming back. So then we're gonna have help at the shop, get him a CDL, he can be driving. So I move over, and then you decide you want over. You wait on that. Yeah, I got a lot of comments, you know, what about Orwell? What about Orwell? Well, I got to drive this truck to keep the bills paid. And I got to be in the shop and get work done on the equipment that I own. And I ran into a bunch of trouble because when I was working on this RGN, it was the only thing we had running. So I had to hurry up and get it done, but it was a lot of labor to get it done. So now it's done, or at least the back half is. So I think before we tear it down anymore to do any other work to it, we need to get the step deck done. Working on the step deck, it's not working on Orwell, but it is what it is. You can only do so much.